Step into the zone where we elevate minds. More than just a coach, we're breaking the bonds. Lessons to inspire and lift you off the ground. In the sound we redefine the way we're found. Tune in, turn it up, let the vibe explode. Knowledge drops heavy on this winding road. More than a coach, we're a force on the rise. Busting through limits, reach for the skies. Each episode a journey, take a leap with me. Building greatness together, we're born to be free. Born to be free. To shout, we're chasing the dream. Seasoned with passion, we're more than a team. Empower the hustle, ignite what's inside. On this journey together with pure verified pride. Let's rise, let's thrive, it's your time to glow. Grab the mic, unleash and let the world know. More than a coach, we're a force on the rise. Busting through limits, reach for the skies. Each episode a journey, take the leap with me. Building greatness together, we're born to be free.
I wish you invested into our city site.
Born to be free. So plug in, stay ready, let's break the mold. More than a coach, our story is bold.
Today.
Born to be free.
So we make the right here, I have been. So we have to change for the better. I know there's no problem.
Yeah. What's up, y'all? What's up? It's your boy, Coach Marshall. Morning, the Coach Podcast. Thank y'all for coming on the show tonight, y'all. I always have to listen to that. I love that youngster, L.O.E. Buddha. He was a guest on the podcast last week. If you ain't check it out, go tune in to YouTube and check it out. For real. That's right. You don't like my glasses, woman? Nah, I'm just playing though. Hey, but tonight, y'all, it's all about me. No interviewees, nobody on the podcast. It's just me tonight. Tonight, I'm going to have a segment, some questions that were sent to me. I just felt it's time to answer them. You know what I'm saying? So if you got some questions you want me to answer, you can hit me up too. All you got to do is hit me in that message. And, you know, if it's something worth answering, I'll answer it. As long as you ain't tripping on me. For real. So also, y'all, why don't y'all take time to like, share, and subscribe to the More Than the Coach podcast, as well as me and my wife's Mr. and Mrs. podcast, Marshall podcast. We would appreciate it, y'all. You know, you can always subscribe on the channel at the M.T.A.C. _podcast. We appreciate it. So before we jump into the show, y'all know what I got to do. I always got to bring out some people that I like to represent, talk about, and show some love to. So first is this, supports these podcasters. Man, it's a few of them from Saginaw. They all from Saginaw, but they might be scattered over the United States. So y'all go out and support them. Give them some love, check them out. My bros, my sis, everybody doing what they got to do, trying to make something happen in this podcast world. So y'all make sure y'all check them out. And as y'all see, I'm in them. The Roberto Cosa sunglasses, Robert Sims. You know what I'm saying? So y'all make sure y'all go check out my young brother. Get you a pair of sunglasses. It's still nice out here. Still some good sun. So go get you some sunglasses and rock out. I ain't gonna wear them the whole show because them things too dark and I can't see. Also, y'all, I gotta say, rest in peace to a baseball legend, Mr. Pete Rose. You know, we lost earlier this week, R.I.P. Pistol Pete Rose, as well as another one, Mr. No, R.I.P. the Kimbe Mutombo. Man, Georgetown legend, Philadelphia legend, played with a few other teams in the league. So R.I.P. to you, my brother. R.I.P. for real. Get your life right, y'all, because people leaving here and we losing people. So make sure y'all got yourself together. But before we go on, I got two more things to show y'all. So one, here we go.
My name is Marky D, and I'd like to welcome y'all to the Lavish Factory, located here in Saginaw, Michigan, 1738 Lindale Road, right across from Walmart. And here is home and exclusive from all the Jordans, Dunks, local brands like Wealthy, Villains, Chosen One, and of course, Lavish. Let me give y'all a quick walk around my store real quick to show y'all what I got. When you come to the factory, like I say, I carry all the exclusive Jordans. Like you see, I got the olive green 5s, got the UNC 5s in here, got the Olympic 6s. You know what I'm saying? My boy Villain, shout out BJ, he got an exclusive shoe here at the factory. And one thing I can say is everything here is totally exclusive. So also when you come here, you gotta check out my brand. This is one of my newly hoodies I just dropped, kind of sold out. I'm thinking about running it back. But it's the Lavish Ice Cream hoodie. See the ice cream logo on the front, got the Lavish balloons on the back. And then we also got our classic Lavish hoodies. You know, 60 bucks, come in, you know, support your boy. We also got the kids section. Kids section, I got, you know, exclusive Lavish logo tees, got the kids shoes, got the pink Jordans, got another pair, you know, Villains in the kids size, got 4s, got these right here, you know, all exclusive, something you can't get at the local mall. And I also support local brands, like I told you. We got the Villains section over here with Wealthy, got some kids Villains, got the dog Villains, got the newly dropped Wealthy that just came out. You know, this is a real collector due to what they just had going on. And I also got my new drop on display here. This coming out October, my Lavish Heels collection. Got the jogging suits with beanie hats, and I got some t-shirts coming as well. They'll be here October. So, you know, just come out, support. Like I said, I'm located 1738 Lindale. Shout out Coach Marsh for coming to see me. Y'all have a good day.
Fourth Annual Marriage Retreat by Latoya Epperson and Brian Epperson, Love for Warriors and Love for Veterans. The event is on October 19th to the 20th. If you want to come down on the 18th, you can. Tickets are 100 per couple. The attire is Army Fatigue. Doors open on Saturday, October 19th at 6 o'clock. They have rooms blocked off and available at the Sheridan Detroit Metro Airport, 18,000 Miriam Road, Romulus, Michigan. So come out and support Love for Warriors and Love for Veterans.
That's gonna be a special night. Y'all definitely gotta come out and support. And it ain't just for married couples, it's for any couples, boyfriends, girlfriends, couples that just want to get together with married couples to come and celebrate and enjoy, be around people that's in love and people that's just doing something positive. So y'all make sure y'all check that out. Also, y'all, I'm gonna make a quick pitch. I ain't gonna even lie to you. We need you. Simple and plain. I love my Wolverines, but we gotta go spend some money and we gotta get you, sir. We need you, Mr. Bryce Underwood with Michigan. Damn, going out there to know you. LSU, we know they great, but Michigan also, remember, we the last national champs. You can come back and redirect us right back that way. So, young man, come on home. Stay home. For real. Michigan, get off your butt and go get him. For real. Also, gotta give a big shout out. This right here, as a father, I wish I could have hooped with my son. I shot him out a couple times in life though. But LeBron, Bronny, making history. First father and son playing in the NBA. There's a lot of people mad at LeBron for doing what he did, but I support it. I love it. Good job. Continue being the GOAT you are. Continue doing big things for your kids, your family, as well as the name, the James name. Hey, it's an honor to see that. And I can't wait November 4th, him and his son to be in Detroit against the Pistons. And me and my son will be there to check y'all out. That's an awesome thing. Another thing too, y'all, this week, big game. My dogs, Colorado Buffs, stay home to face K-State. I think it's going to be a good game. It shouldn't be close, but we got to be able to stop the running attack, which we showed we could do last week. Got some guys back healthy, so we should be able to come back, do what we do. Coach Prime going to have the boys ready. We already know, Mr. Edwards is coming back in town. We just going to show him why he never should have left. Should have stayed, young man, but hey, hats off to you, and we going to go do what we do, for real. Now, this one right here, I'm going to piss off some of my friends. Who cares? Y'all already see what time it is. You already see. This Sunday, 1 p.m., don't run, don't hide. Cowboys coming for you, Lions. It's time to put them little cubbies in their cage, y'all. Y'all already know what time it is. They say we cheated last year. We paid off the refs. So same refs gonna be reffing this game. It should be interesting. No, I don't know if they're gonna be reffing it though, but it still should be interesting. So y'all make sure y'all check that out. And boom, that's really all I got for sports. Good luck to all the local high school squads. Also, hoop season is around the corner. Had one of my first conditions yesterday with the boys. Yeah, I told them they're gonna get that old Coach Marshall. I'm gonna bring that. I told him I had a long conversation with him, and he ready to come back. I just ain't going ball no more, fellas. But we gonna bring back Havoc. It's time to let it back out the closet. So either you with it, or hey, you won't be there. But good luck to everybody. Um, all the coaches around the state that's gearing up, getting ready for high school hoops. Good luck to y'all. I know I'll be talking to a lot of my brothers that's coaching on the hardwood. Probably won't be having a lot of shows then because I'm gonna be busy trying to build this basketball thing back up. So y'all stay with me. Hey, and stay tuned because I ain't gonna go too far, but I'll be around. Also, y'all, some fire music came out this week. My son keep me up on everything. But Don Tripp, 12 albums in a year, man. The last one is straight fire too. So if y'all ain't heard Don Tripp, go pick him up. T Grizzly came back hard ever. So make sure y'all check him out. A couple local artists, man. Eloe Buddha, Amir Fresh, you know. Hey, yeah, I just heard Fire Classic by Lil G and Boom. Man, it's fire. Like it. So some good music, man. So y'all make sure y'all check that out. And, especially them local artists, man. Support them. We got to. But before I get into the Q&As, y'all, it's something that I got to say, man. I just want to, say this is my platform. The more Mr. and Mrs. Marshall podcast is another platform. And it was brought to my attention that I might have offended somebody. I might have made somebody upset with me for words or something I said or don't know what I said. But if I have offended you on any one of those platforms, hey, I apologize to you. Don't charge it to my heart, charge it to my head. I don't do nothing to hurt nobody's feelings. If I didn't say something, then I apologize. Or if I did. But just want you to know it's all love for me. I ain't got time to beef with nobody. I ain't got time to be mad at nobody. All love, Godspeed, serious. So once again, if I offended you, made you upset, or just something you didn't like, I apologize. But I gotta also tell you, this is my platform, and I'm gonna be me. I'm gonna be me at the end of the day. So whatever it is, I hope you can get through it. Hope we can get through it, and reach out and talk to me for real. Instead of going to other parties, come and holler at me. That's all I ask. But with that, y'all, we're gonna get into some of these questions because I ain't got that much time tonight. Got a busy day tomorrow. So Let's go with the first question that was sent to me. Why did you get into podcasting? Why did I get into podcasting? I got into podcasting, to be honest with y'all. I was depressed, going through some things, missing my pops. And I just got my phone and I started talking in my phone, recording myself. And then after probably about like 5 or 6 uh, videos or whatever I was doing, got into researching the podcast thing and started putting it on I think it was Podbean at the time. And it grew. 5 seasons later, 3 years later, over 90 episodes right now. The More Than the Coach podcast still growing. So that's the reason why I got into podcasting. Good question. Thank you. What inspires you? Family, family, my family. Simple and plain. No matter what I do it because of them. You know, my wife, my kids, my grandbabies. That's what inspires me. And then waking up every day in God. But family is what inspired me. You know, so another good question. When I got these questions, I was kind of smiling because I'm like, man, people want to know more about me. That's cool. What is this? What's the story behind the name of your podcast? More Than the Coach. If you a coach out there, you know what that name means. You might be on the football field, the baseball diamond, the basketball court, and you and kids' life. You do almost more things than some of parents do. You know, got to be honest with you. You know, you spend more time with most of them than they spend at home with their parents. And you do a lot, from conversating on the phone, helping them, you know, when they need to go from A to B, feeding them at times. You know, being a big brother, a big sister, whatever you are as a coach, you really are more than a coach to them. You know, coaches, people see us on the sideline, yelling, jumping up and down, talking trash, and they take that and want to run with it and say things about us and this and that. But they don't understand, you know, the things that we do, the sacrifices that we make as coaches. You can't even explain it. You know, that's the real story behind the name of More Than the Coach. I think somebody told me one day, they was like, man, you more than the coach. And I was like, I appreciate that. Let me see this one right here. Hmm. hmm I like this saying. Got that off of one of the Colorado coaches. He said he more than a coach. So that's the story behind the name of More Than a Coach. You know, when you first seen it, I had a basketball and a football connected to a microphone. That was the first logo. And I was just a microphone with headphones because it is, you know, kind of transitioning to the next phase of life. You know, coaching ain't gonna last forever, but while I'm doing it, I'm still a coach. But you know, when I'm gone and done with it, who knows? This question here, man. If you can give your 18-year-old self some advice, what would it be? Wow. Well, when I was 18, I was in the military then. So if I can tell myself something now, that when I was 18, I would have told myself, listen, listen to what people are telling you. Watch your surroundings. Always don't trust everything and everybody. But one day, if you do all that, you'll be successful in your own way. You might not be the richest man in the world, but to some people, you will be the richest man in the world. And it don't have to be money. So if I could tell my 18-year-old self something, it would be that. Just listen. 'Cause I ain't listened a lot back then. You know, had a smart mouth. I think I had that since I was like 12, you know. But it is what it is. Ah, good question though. What are your top 3 sports and why? Everybody know number 1, football. You see it behind me. Always been football, number 1. Dallas Cowboys, Michigan Wolverines. Don't hate it. It's just what it is. You like who you like, I like who I like. Basketball, my second sport. My GOAT, Magic Johnson. Fell in love with basketball, watching him as a kid, and boom, that's how that went on. So it was basketball. My third sport, hmm, that's interesting. I used to play baseball, but I got hit a lot with the baseball, so I quit baseball. I think we had a coach used to tell us to lean into the ball, lean into it, and used to get smacked. I think we had concussions back then. We didn't know what they was. We just said our head hurt and we seen stars. So I kind of fell out of love with baseball with that. I think my third sport probably be wrestling. And not wrestling with me wrestling, but watching WWE and all those wrestling shows back in the day. You know, so I think that would be my third but football, basketball, wrestling. If I could run, it'd be track. I like watching track, but can't do it. Hate running. Terrible. What's your top 3 podcast shows and why? Number 1 would be The Pivot. I love the way they interview people. I love the way they talk to the guests. I love they brotherhood, you know, together. A couple of those guys was on another show, and it just didn't seem genuine. Then they went to The Pivot, added somebody, and bam, it's one of the top podcasts that I like to watch. Another podcast that I love to watch is $1,000,000 Worth of Game. I love the way Gillian Wallow are our cousins. I wish I had a crazy cousin that would do podcasting with me because I just love their relationship, man, and everything about it from the interviews, just everything they do. So I really like their podcast as well. It's my top $2,000,000 worth of game. And The Pivot. The third one would be Nice and Neat. Once again, 3 brothers. Some people tell me they male chauvinists, but no, they not, because they done had their girls and their wives on, and they different guys. I like them. It was an intro that made me start watching them, and that intro was fire. So I started watching them and enjoying their podcast. There's a couple others that I really like, but them the top 3 that that I really like to watch in my spare time or listen to when I'm at work or not at work really, because you can't listen to it at work. I shouldn't be saying that. Don't get in trouble, boy. Nah. But those are my top 3 podcasts. And then, of course, the More Than the Coach Show and the Mr. and Mrs. Marshall podcast. Those are my other shows. You know. Another question I got it didn't make it on here, but they sent me. It said, if you could speak to any sports player in history, who would you choose? That's powerful there. Because I would love to sit down with several people, but I think if I had the chance to just sit and have a conversation with somebody, man, it's a lot of greats. That's a damn good question. If you gave me 3, let me do 3. 1 would be Magic Johnson. I just want to sit and talk to him about to better in business, to get better. You know what I'm saying? So that's it. I want to talk to him. I wouldn't even talk to him about hoop because that's my goat. So I know everything about it. Two, we said sports. I would probably love to sit down and talk to Muhammad Ali. I would love to just pick his brain on the things he went through in his life when it came to boxing, the out the ring issues. And then the third person, so I'll make it one, two, three, will be Ray Lewis. And the reason I would want to sit and talk to Ray just about motivation, encouraging, like when you down and you going through things. Sometimes I put on a video of his and I just, yeah, there we go. So them would be my three. I know they only asked me for one, but I couldn't stop that. I had to have three. And that would be Magic, Muhammad Ali, and Ray Lewis. So those would be my three. Then they say, if you could rename your business, what would you call it and why? You know what? If I had a new podcast and I wanted to start a new one, I'd call it Mind Your Business. Simple and plain. Just mind your business, people. Don't worry about mine. I don't worry about yours. I might have to keep that one secret right there. Too late now. That's all right though. But who knows? See, what do you enjoy most about your podcast business? Being able to talk to different people. You know, I done had a lot of people on. Man, I done talked everything except probably politics. I don't get into politics. I think somebody tried to get me to talk a little politics. Well, let me take that back. I did local politics with Mr. Eric Braddock. So y'all make sure y'all still go out and vote, cause that's coming up for real. Ha, talk about my glasses. I ain't got them on. But thank you for tuning in to the More Than a Coach podcast. It is kind of weird though. It's just me on the show tonight and not a guest. But don't worry, I'll be back next week with a guest. I ain't telling y'all who, but and that was a question. Why don't you talk politics and religion on your show? Once again, mind your business. My views don't always make people happy. Me personally, I feel a certain way about politics. Don't get me wrong, I'm gonna go out and vote, okay? I know it, that's important. But even though I still don't trust everybody, because they all lie to us. But once again, that's all. Mind your business. That's why I don't do it. Simple and plain. You do what you do, I do what I do. But hey, it is what it is. Let me see. Any other one I want? I know it's one I gotta answer, but it's gonna be the last one. So I'm just going through this list. It was some good questions. Thank y'all for writing in and asking these questions and just wanting to know more about me. It was a couple I wasn't gonna talk about on air because it's terrible. Mind your business, people. Y'all gonna make me start that up now. So put that in my mental notes. But other than that, say what's your favorite social media platform? That's a good one. Facebook had just kicked me off for reposting a clip and banned me for like a half a day. I ain't understand it, but they be tripping lately. Anyway, I really don't be on IG a whole lot. TikTok got too many problems, even though I do follow and watch people crazy. So be trying to learn some dance moves. I do like Live Ways, Fan Base. Those some good platforms. Y'all better join them. But I think the most part probably be still Facebook because I do post a lot of my content on there. And that's how people know about More Than the Coach podcast, but probably YouTube, you know, even though I ain't got one of them plaques yet. So make sure y'all like, share, and subscribe. I want to get me one of them plaques, put on my bookshelf. You know, I think that'll be a great accomplishment in this world. So y'all make sure y'all support me. I appreciate that again. But I think that was the say, oh, where can listeners find you online? All social media platforms. Only one I'm not on right now is Pandora, and I'm working on that one. But I'm on everything from Apple, Spotify, Buzzsprout, iHeart, Amazon, you know, of course, YouTube, and I think that's all on IG. What's that? Snapchat, but I don't really post too much on there though. But we own them. So you can find More Than the Coach podcast there. So here go my last question of the day, y'all. It was deep. It was deep. It says, let me let it scroll again. When it's your time for God to call you home, how do you want to be remembered? Ooh-wee. How do I want to be remembered? One, I want my kids to remember me as being the best father in the world. You know, even though sometimes I know I make them mad. That's what dads do. They understand. Two-on parents, they know kids gonna make you mad. You're not always gonna agree with them, but I want them to know that they had the best dad in the world. Because they dad not only cared for them and loved them, but he loved so many other kids and young adults in this world that played for him, that he mentored, he tutored. And I just want to be remembered, you know, to my wife as a good husband, even though she probably said he was crazy, got on her nerves sometimes. But I just want people to say he was a good man. He did everything he wanted to do. He lived his life, and he damn sure didn't care about what people said about him. In the younger days, he did, because he would snap on. But when he got older, nah. So I would like to be just remembered as a good man, great father, hell of a pawpaw. And my girls know that. So that's really how I would want to be remembered when God called me home. But other than that, I ain't ready to go yet, God. So I'm going to keep doing what I got to do right by you, so I can be here a long time. For real. So that's really what tonight is, y'all. It was about me getting to sit and talk to y'all, answer these questions that people ask me to answer. And I enjoy that. You know, it's different because I ain't got the person sitting across from me talking to me and laughing and joking or whatever, and you just see me. You know, I thank y'all that tuned in. Thank y'all that'll come back and listen to it later. I appreciate it. But you know, until next week, it's your boy Coach Marshall from the More Than the Coach podcast. Peace.
Step into the zone where we elevate minds. More than just a coach, we're breaking the bonds. Lessons to inspire and lift you off the ground. In the sound we redefine the way we're found. Tune in, turn it up, let the vibe explode. Knowledge drops heavy on this winding road. More than a coach, we're a force on the rise. Busting through limits, reach for the skies. Each episode a journey, take the leap with me. Building greatness together, we're born to be free. We're chasing the dream, seasoned with passion, we're more than a team.